Welcome to our US Briefing Show. Today, we've got some gripping stories to share. First up, a chilling incident in Arkansas where two people were found dead along a hiking trail at Devil's Den State Park. Authorities suspect homicide, and a suspect matching a specific description was seen driving a suspicious vehicle nearby. The bodies are now at the crime lab as investigations continue. Next, former President Donald Trump is stirring up debate once more. He's demanding that the Washington NFL team change its name, but experts say he's ignoring years of psychological research showing that Native American mascots can harm Indigenous communities' mental health. The controversy over cultural insensitivity and respect for Native perspectives is still very much alive. Finally, Trump's trip to Scotland is raising eyebrows. While enjoying golf and meetings with UK and EU leaders, critics say he's mixing business with his presidential duties, possibly benefiting his personal empire. From foreign investments to crypto ventures, it's a trip full of controversy about whether he's using his office for personal gain. Please continue to watch for more detailed coverage. Associated Press reports a tragic incident at Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas, where authorities discovered the lifeless bodies of a 43-year-old man and a 41-year-old woman along a hiking trail. The investigation is ongoing, but the police suspect foul play, describing the case as a suspected homicide. A suspect fitting a specific description, a white male in dark shorts and a tank top, seen driving a possibly taped-over license plate in a black sedan, has been identified, but no arrest has been made yet. The victims' bodies are now in the custody of the Arkansas State Crime Lab, where authorities hope to determine the exact cause and manner of death, leaving the community in shock and mourning over this violent loss. Yahoo US highlights the controversy surrounding former President Donald Trump's persistent demand for the Washington NFL team to change its name, dismissing the extensive psychological research indicating the deep-rooted cultural insensitivity associated with the current moniker. Native American leaders have long protested against the team's name and logo, considering it a racial slur that perpetuates stereotypes. Despite these protests, Trump's stance remains unaltered, reflecting a broader resistance to change that ignores the emotional and psychological harm inflicted on Native communities. Experts emphasize that the data consistently shows the negative impact such stereotypes have on Native Americans' mental health, underscoring the importance of respecting cultural sensitivities and reconsidering symbols that perpetuate discrimination. CNN reports on President Trump's recent trip to Scotland, where he combines leisure with business, blurring the lines between private enterprise and official duties. During his visit, Trump played golf at his own resorts in Aberdeenshire and participated in a ribbon-cutting ceremony for a new golf course, all while engaging in meetings with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and EU leader Ursula von der Leyen. Critics argue that Trump's use of presidential privileges to promote his businesses, such as accepting foreign gifts like a luxury Qatar government jet, which he praised as a great gesture, raises ethical concerns about conflicts of interest and potential violations of the Foreign Emoluments Clause. His extensive foreign business dealings, including licensing agreements and investments in Middle Eastern and Saudi projects, continue to attract scrutiny, especially as he profits from his presidency through ventures in cryptocurrency and branding, exemplifying a troubling intertwining of personal profit and public service. South China Morning Post vividly depicts Oakland Chinatown's resilience amidst ongoing economic and social challenges. The district, nearly 170 years old and founded by Cantonese immigrants, remains lively with shoppers and merchants, yet faces significant hurdles due to U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods, which have spiked prices by 20 to 50%. Business owners like Ailey Huang and Tina Wen report declining sales on imported products such as ginseng and Chinese medicines, as customers buy less to save money. Despite efforts to diversify and adapt, such as accepting cashless payments, extending hours, and launching pop-up stores, merchants feel the pinch of unpredictable tariff policies and rising costs. Meanwhile, community initiatives, including opposition to local development projects, reflect a proactive approach to safeguarding Chinatown's vitality, even as the district's economic fabric is strained by international trade tensions and the lingering impacts of the pandemic. Associated Press offers a compelling portrait of Donald Trump's persistent support base amid a year of economic uncertainty and political turbulence. Despite rising prices and policy controversies, Trump's approval ratings hover around 40 to 42%, demonstrating remarkable stability in the face of widespread disapproval. Supporters like Brian Nichols and Kim Schultz emphasize their loyalty, citing Trump's decisive actions on immigration and immigration enforcement, even as polls reveal growing dissatisfaction with his policies on the economy and social issues. The data suggests that Trump's core supporters remain steadfast, largely unaffected by the broader decline in approval ratings, which have remained within a narrow range since his first term. This unwavering backing underscores the deep partisan divides and the challenge for opponents to sway a loyal electorate that values his confrontational style and policy priorities, despite the contentious nature of his approach. South China Morning Post also reports on Hong Kong's fierce diplomatic stance against Western criticism over its recent issuance of bounties for activists involved in the Hong Kong parliament. The government condemns foreign interference, accusing countries like the US, UK, Australia, and Canada of turning a blind eye to alleged criminal acts while unjustly framing Hong Kong's efforts to uphold national security as transnational repression. The city's authorities defend their actions under the national security law, asserting that human rights will be protected but criminal acts will be pursued relentlessly. Western nations, meanwhile, have suspended extradition treaties and condemned the move as a threat to democracy and human rights. This diplomatic clash highlights the ongoing struggle over Hong Kong's sovereignty and the international community's divergent views on the city's security measures and political freedoms, with Beijing backing Hong Kong's strict law enforcement measures against pro-democracy advocates. According to Yahoo US, faith leaders are rallying behind a proposed bill aimed at halting the alarming exodus of thousands of foreign-born clergy who serve vital roles within American communities. These clergy members, often coming from countries like Nigeria and the Philippines, are integral to the spiritual and social fabric of many U.S. neighborhoods. The bill seeks to address the visa and immigration hurdles that threaten their ability to stay and continue their work, emphasizing the importance of maintaining diverse spiritual leadership. The leaders hope this legislation will preserve the cultural and religious mosaic that enriches American society, preventing the loss of these dedicated individuals who often serve marginalized populations and foster community cohesion. Deutsche Welle highlights a growing trend of Americans relocating to Mexico, driven by increasing hostility and social divisiveness at home. In San Miguel de Allende, U.S. expatriates like Veronica Gonzalez and activists such as Edgar Lopez express their disillusionment with U.S. policies, especially those perceived as racially motivated or repressive. Many Americans are seeking refuge in Mexico, not just for its scenic beauty but as a sanctuary from what they view as an increasingly intolerant environment. These expatriates are vocal in their opposition to U.S. immigration enforcement and social policies, organizing protests and advocating for human rights. For many, Mexico symbolizes a safe haven, a place where they can escape the rising tensions and find a community that aligns more closely with their values of tolerance and human dignity. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.